keep that warm for me.
I'm getting this one, another one.
Right, Norman, but I think Stanionis is the number 2 in the welterweight division. Can he knock off Boots? Yeah, of course he can. Do I think he will? No, but he can.
What do you get it ready for?
For Ennis Boots.
Oh, you find Boots in it?
Yeah.
147?
Yeah.
Stanionis is it's a great fight, and I feel like, I know I'm the best at the welterweight division, and he the second best, and the best fighting the best.
The most awaited welterweight unification bout between Jaron "Boots" Ennis and Eimantas Stanionis has garnered significant attention from boxing enthusiasts and professionals alike. This clash will see Ennis defending his IBF title against Stanionis, the WBA champion, with both fighters aiming to solidify their positions at the pinnacle of the welterweight division.
Jaron Ennis will put up his belt against the belt of Eimantas Stanionis April 12th in luxurious Atlantic City.
I love that fight. I'll tell you though, Kim, like I mentioned last time, I was a little concerned with him squeezing himself down to the weight class. He's going to do it yet again. It's a big opportunity for Stanionis if he's able to hang in there and maybe catch him in the later rounds. A big fan of Boots, but I feel like he's bursting out the seams and he's doing himself a disservice, squeezing himself down to this weight class. I think he'll shine even more once he starts stepping up in weight.
Stanionis is a hard-nosed, rugged, two-fisted grinder. Not great one-punch power, but he beats on you, leaves bruises all over your body.
Jaron Ennis has rapidly ascended the welterweight ranks, earning acclaim for his explosive power and technical prowess. In 2024, Ennis showcased his versatility with a 5th-round stoppage of David Avanesyan in July and a dominant decision win over Karen Chukadzian in November. These performances have positioned him as a formidable force within the division. Jaron Ennis, hailing from Philadelphia, boasts an unblemished record of 33 wins, with 29 coming by way of knockout. His recent performances include a unanimous decision victory over Karen Chukadzian in November 2024 at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, where he showcased his ability to control the pace and distance of the fight. Earlier in July 2024, Ennis secured a 5th-round technical knockout against David Avanesyan, demonstrating his finishing prowess.
Nice, right? Nice. Over and under, right there. Over and under with that same hand, right there. Yeah, turn it. Turn your hip with it. Do it again. Go take that hip with it. That's it. Do it again. Come back with the hook. Nice, nice, nice.
What about Boots? Boots is the mandatory. He's calling you out now.
Right now in my career, a lot of people like boost this, boost that, boost this. Fighting Boots is a lose-lose situation. I win, they're gonna say, oh, well, he was young, he wasn't ready. You got the experience, so you got so much more than this kid that never been tested before, because we always seen him win a fashionate way, to where we say, oh man, he's cold, he's skillful, but he's never been in the ring with nobody to test him. Me fighting Boots, not a mega fight. I'm looking for a big challenge. Not taking anything away from Boots, but where I am at in my career right now, all my eyes off to get to where I am. And I deserve to do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Eimantas Stanionis, a 2016 Olympian, has demonstrated resilience and determination throughout his career. He captured the WBA title by defeating Rajab Butta in 2022 and was elevated to full champion status in 2024. Despite facing periods of inactivity due to opponent health issues, Stanionis remains a relentless and durable competitor. Eimantas Stanionis, representing Lithuania, holds a perfect record of 15 wins with 9 knockouts. In May 2024, he earned a unanimous decision over Gabriel Maestre at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, displaying his resilience and tactical acumen. Prior to that, Stanionis claimed a split decision victory against Rajab Butta in April 2022, underscoring his ability to prevail in closely contested bouts.
What do you get it ready for?
For Ennis Boots.
Oh, you find Boots in it?
Yeah.
147?
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta lose some weight too.
Yeah. part of the game, huh?
I can't believe Eimantas Stanionis re-signed the PBC, man. That's got to be one of the saddest things I've seen. I hope that shit is so fake. I mean, it ain't fake because Michael Coppinger reporting it, but damn, he shouldn't have did that, man. I don't know what they gonna give him on that PBC side.
Both fighters have reportedly engaged in rigorous training camps to prepare for this unification bout. Ennis has focused on enhancing his defensive maneuvers and counterpunching abilities, anticipating Stanionis' aggressive approach. His camp has emphasized the importance of footwork and lateral movement to create angles and exploit openings in Stanionis' defense. Stanionis' preparation has centered on conditioning and stamina, ensuring he can maintain his high-pressure style throughout the fight. His team has worked on strategies to cut off the ring effectively, limiting Ennis' mobility and forcing exchanges in close quarters where Stanionis can capitalize on his inside fighting skills. Ennis' strategy is likely to involve utilizing his reach advantage to keep Stanionis at bay, employing a sharp jab and swift combinations to score points while minimizing engagement in prolonged exchanges. His ability to switch stances may also serve to confuse Stanionis and create additional openings. Stanionis will aim to neutralize Ennis' reach by closing the distance and applying consistent pressure. Targeting the body early could sap Ennis' energy and reduce his mobility, making him more susceptible to Stanionis' inside attacks as the fight progresses.
Jaron Ennis and Stanionis. Let me tell you something. Jaron Ennis passes the eye test. He's never been in a fight for me to convincingly say he's passed the test. He's never been through adversity. Never been hurt. Never really been hit and clipped to have him dazed. It hasn't happened. So for everybody saying Jaron Boots Ennis is the truth, he beats everybody, hold your horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. He does pass the eye test, I'll tell you that. But this fight against Stanionis was 15-0 and Jaron Ennis 33-0. This is the fight, in my opinion, that's going to say if he passes the test. Like Stanionis is a tough Lithuanian. He gets busy in the ring. Bit of inactivity. You can blame Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford for that shit. But the bottom line is Stanionis ain't coming to lay down. If Boots can do Stanionis the way he did Roman Villa, then Boots is on his way. Anyway, I got Boots. Probably by stoppage late in the fight, Stanionis takes too many shots, and then he'll be on, hopefully, to a unification.
Eimantas Stanionis has expressed confidence in identifying vulnerabilities in Ennis' style, stating, "When I was supposed to fight him in 2020, I saw holes." He acknowledges the mutual recognition of weaknesses, adding, "I think he sees the holes in my style as well." Jaron Ennis, on the other hand, is focused on making a definitive statement in this bout. He remarked, "This is the fight I've been waiting for. I believe I was made for moments like this, and on April 12th, I will be making a big statement. You will see the very best of me. It's time to shine, be great, and collect those belts."
Jaron Ennis versus Eimantas Stanionis, April 12th at the Boardwalk. Unification class at welterweight. Jaron Ennis is finally getting a chance to crack, getting a crack at getting another title. He's been clamoring that he wants he wants to be chasing legacy. And I'm not mad at that, because I feel like more guys should chase legacy. But, this is supposed to be a good scrap. Both guys are undefeated, if I'm not mistaken. I think Ennis is 33-0, 29 KOs. Forgot what Stanionis is. But, Stanionis comes from the Eastern European style. And he's going to make it very tough on Jaron Ennis. It's not going to be a cakewalk. And, I'm kind of glad that, Stanionis, finally came out and said, "I'm still right here." Guys, like to disregard Stanionis, don't even say his name. And, you really will forget, he has the WBA title at welterweight.
To counter Ennis' speed and agility, Stanionis will likely employ a strategy centered on maintaining relentless pressure and a high work rate. By staying on the offensive, he aims to disrupt Ennis' rhythm, forcing him into exchanges where his own power and resilience could prevail. Enhancing defensive techniques will also be crucial for Stanionis. Improving head movement, blocking, and clinching when necessary can help him withstand Ennis' combinations and counters, neutralizing Ennis' offensive bursts. Additionally, targeting Ennis' body could be an effective tactic for Stanionis, as consistent body work may sap Ennis' energy and reduce his mobility, potentially opening up opportunities for headshots as the fight progresses. Establishing control of the ring by cutting off escape routes and limiting Ennis' movement can prevent him from leveraging his speed and agility, keeping the fight in areas where Stanionis feels most comfortable. Anticipating Stanionis' tactics, Ennis might employ several countermeasures to maintain his advantage. Utilizing lateral movement and maintaining distance can prevent Stanionis from establishing the pressure game he favors, allowing Ennis to control the pace of the fight. Leveraging his hand speed to land quick combinations can score points and deter Stanionis from advancing, keeping him at bay. Exploiting openings left by Stanionis' aggressive style through precise counterpunching can capitalize on mistakes and shift momentum in Ennis' favor. Using the entire ring to his advantage, Ennis can dictate the pace and location of exchanges, keeping the fight in areas where he feels most comfortable and minimizing Stanionis' opportunities to apply pressure.
He has his high guard up, but he's actually low-key a counter-puncher. A lot of people don't realize that and don't see him as a counter-puncher, because most people, when they see a counter-puncher, they're seeing shit like this. You know, they slip, and then they tag him. But Stanionis doesn't do that. You see, he's very sneaky. If you know boxing, you know what I'm talking about. This dude will be in his high guard, and then as soon as you attack, he attacks with you. As soon as you throw your shit, yo, he'll tag you with a freaking hook. As soon as you throw that, boom, he's throwing while you're throwing. So, and we know that Boots sometimes, he has the nice short, you know, uppercuts and shit, but Boots likes to throw wide a lot of times. And if Stanionis happens to time Boots while Boots is going ham on him or whatever, because he's on the high guard. So I know Boots is going to try to break his high guard. He's going to try to, you know, go with his jab. He's going to try to throw the uppercuts in his southpaw stance, whatever he's going to get into. Stanionis already watched the tapes. He already knows. So he's going to work on that timing. So as soon as, you know, Boots is trying to go to his body or go to, you know, the side of his head or whatever the case may be, comment below if this actually does happen, because a lot of the times when I call these things that does happen, watch when I'm telling you while Boots is trying to break Stanionis' high guard, he's going to get caught with some shit. And I hope Boots can handle his power, because if Boots can't handle his power, he's going to get stumbled.
Promoter Eddie Hearn has highlighted the significance of this matchup, stating, "This is a simply brilliant fight. When we signed Boots, I said to him that we would deliver unifications, and it's great to get this over the line. With the biggest fight of his career right in front of him, I know Jaron will shine brighter than ever."
I mean, there was definitely conversations between Matchroom and Top Rank on that. Some numbers were discussed. We had to kind of halt those because our strict instructions for Ennis are, I want to unify. Yeah. And if I can't unify, I'll either move to 154 and fight Ortiz, or potentially we could fight Teofimo Lopez. I like the Lopez fight, but all he wants to do is unify. So we're going to exhaust those conversations with the champions, and if we can't make it, we could fight Lopez or we could fight Ortiz. But you will see, whatever happens, you will see Ennis either in a unification or a massive fight next.
Christian Carto, a super bantamweight contender with a record of 23 wins and 1 loss, including 16 knockouts, has shared his insights on the most awaited welterweight unification championship between unbeaten IBF champion Jaron "Boots" Ennis and undefeated WBA champion Eimantas Stanionis. In his analysis, Carto highlights Ennis's exceptional speed, power, and versatility as key factors that could pose significant challenges for Stanionis. He notes that Ennis's dynamic fighting style allows him to control the pace of the fight, making it difficult for opponents to implement their strategies effectively. Conversely, Carto acknowledges Stanionis' resilience and relentless pressure. He points out that Stanionis' come-forward style and durability have served him well in previous bouts. However, Carto suggests that Stanionis may face difficulties against a fighter of Ennis's caliber, especially if he cannot close the distance and impose his will. Carto emphasizes that the outcome of the fight will largely depend on whether Stanionis can withstand Ennis's early onslaught and establish his own rhythm. If Stanionis allows Ennis to dictate the pace, he may struggle to find success. However, if he can disrupt Ennis's flow and engage in close quarters exchanges, he might create opportunities to exploit potential openings.
Feeling about that fight?
Boots is ready. I mean, I think whoever Boots fights, I think he can beat. And he's training super hard, so he's ready to fight. It's gonna be a good night for him too.
All right, now you know he's been after a unification bout for probably like the last year or so.
Yeah.
He's been in search of the big fights. Like, what is that like as a fighter, you know, waiting to get an opportunity?
I don't know. I can't really tell you because I don't have a belt. But I mean, I'm sure he's excited and he's been waiting for it for a while. So, I mean, I guess excitement.
Now, you've been in training camp with him. What kind of Jaron Ennis are you expecting to show up that night?
The best one that you've ever seen. He always works hard, so he's always in really good shape and strong and fast. So, I mean, you'll see this guy's good too.
Claressa Shields, the undisputed middleweight champion, has praised Ennis, highlighting his exceptional talent and potential in the welterweight division. Shields' endorsement adds to the growing excitement for the unification bout between Ennis and Eimantas Stanionis, scheduled for April 12th. Both fighters enter the ring undefeated, with Ennis holding a record of 33-0, including 29 knockouts, and Stanionis at 15-0 with 9 knockouts. This clash is poised to determine the true king of the welterweight division, offering fans a spectacle of skill, power, and unblemished records. The bout has garnered significant attention, with promoters and fans alike recognizing it as one of the most awaited fights in recent years. Shields' acknowledgement of Ennis's abilities further elevates the stakes, underscoring the high regard in which Ennis is held within the boxing community.
April, Boots is fighting his mandatory Stanionis in AC.
Okay.
At 147. Do you have an opinion on that? Who's going to win that fight?
Boots is special, man.
Special?
I can say Boots is special. And I don't even know who the other guy is. I'm sorry.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm sorry. I'm no disrespect to him.
Right.
But I know who Boots is.
Trainer Derek Bozy Ennis, father of IBF welterweight champion Jaron Boots Ennis, has expressed his enthusiasm for the bout against WBA champion Eimantas Stanionis. He regards Stanionis as a formidable opponent, acknowledging his warrior spirit and strength. Reflecting on his son's recent performances, Bozy Ennis notes that Jaron has become overly fixated on securing knockouts, which has led him to overlook the fundamentals that initially propelled his success. He emphasizes the importance of returning to their roots, utilizing the jab, boxing, and moving to regain their previous form. Addressing past criticisms and perceptions, Bozy Ennis dismisses notions that his son is avoiding tough challenges. He points out that they have consistently called out top contenders like Stanionis and Keith Thurman, expressing frustration over missed opportunities for significant fights. He remains optimistic, however, believing that eventually, the right opportunities will materialize. Looking ahead, Bozy Ennis is keen on future matchups that could elevate his son's status in the sport. He identifies a super fight between Jaron and Virgil Ortiz Jr. as a matchup that could captivate boxing fans, given both fighters' aggressive styles and impressive records. While acknowledging the challenges, he leans slightly towards Ortiz due to his punching power, anticipating an all-action bout from the outset.
His son is going for his first unification bout.
Right.
Ring Magazine, WBA, against Eimantas Stanionis.
Right.
Me and you've been talking for years. That's a fight that you had circled, I'm talking about 3-4 years back.
Way back, yes.
Now it's on the doorstep. What do you expect?
I expect a good fight, man, between Stanionis and Boots. Yeah, I mean, he's a good fighter, man. You know, like I tell you, I don't talk about no fighters like them other guys be building themselves up and, you know what I mean, saying this guy can't do this, guy can't do that. Once you're in that ring, man, you don't know anything can happen in that ring. But I know right now, and for sure, it's going to be a spectacular fight. You want to see Boots probably go to another level.
The welterweight unification bout between Jaron Boots Ennis and Eimantas Stanionis has garnered significant attention, especially concerning the involvement of premier boxing champions and promoter Eddie Hearn. Stanionis, the WBA welterweight title holder, had previously expressed his ambition for a highly active 2025, aiming to fight 3 times and pursue unification bouts with other world champions. However, Stanionis' association with PBC posed challenges in securing these high-profile fights. The promotional landscape, with entities like Matchroom Boxing led by Eddie Hearn, operates independently, making cross-promotional bouts complex. Recognizing this, Hearn proactively facilitated the unification fight between Ennis and Stanionis. He emphasized that facing Stanionis represents the toughest challenge for Ennis, highlighting the significance of this matchup. This strategic move by Hearn not only provided Ennis with a formidable opponent, but also addressed the complexities arising from PBC's involvement. By orchestrating this bout, Hearn ensured that both fighters could showcase their talents on a prominent platform, benefiting their careers and the sports landscape.
PBC seen food. You seen Eddie Hearn said that the PBC already messaged him and said, look, let's step aside Gayasev and go straight into the Boots fight. They seen food. They want
they trying to do Stanionis Boots?
Yeah, they want that food.
Now, Stanionis likes to fight on the inside. He's rough, rugged. Is he a level above a Karen, do you think?
He's good. Butayev, I rank him as a tough, dirty fighter. Stanionis got past that. Stanionis has a very disciplined disciplined jab. Like, he don't stop throwing that jab. Boots gonna have to get around that jab. But Stanionis don't move his head a lot. He's there to get hit. He's another target for Boots to really wail on. I mean, he gets hit. He just fights back. But that boy get hit.
The opening betting odds for the welterweight unification bout between Jaron "Boots" Ennis and Eimantas Stanionis have been released, with Ennis positioned as the clear favorite. According to Forbes, Ennis opened as a -700 favorite, indicating that a bettor would need to wager $700 to win $100 on Ennis. Conversely, Stanionis opened at +400, meaning a $100 bet on Stanionis would yield a $400 profit if he were to win. Similarly, Box.Live reports that Ennis opened as the favorite at 1/6, -590, while Stanionis opened at 4/1, +400. These odds have shifted slightly, with Ennis's odds shortening by -103 by 100 +100, and Stanionis's odds widening by 1 by -2 +200. These odds reflect the betting market's confidence in Ennis's superior power and skill set, as he boasts an impressive record of 33-0 with 29 knockouts. Stanionis, while also undefeated at 15-0 with 9 knockouts, is perceived as the underdog in this matchup. Bettors and fans alike will be closely monitoring any further shifts in these odds as the fight date approaches. This unification bout carries significant implications for the welterweight division. The winner will not only hold multiple titles, but also position themselves as a leading figure in the division, potentially paving the way for future high-profile matchups. Given the depth of talent at 147 pounds, a victory could lead to lucrative opportunities and further unification bouts. The boxing community has expressed considerable excitement for this matchup, viewing it as a clash of two top-tier talents with contrasting styles. Analysts have highlighted the fight as a potential candidate for Fight of the Year, given the skill sets and determination both fighters bring to the ring.
So, G, we're jumping to an up-and-coming fight that was just announced maybe a few weeks ago in regards to Jaron "Boots" Ennis. He's going to be facing Stanionis. For Stanionis. Well, both of them have titles, but this is the fight that people were, they want to see Boots in, and these are fights that Boots had wanted. He wanted to fight the champions. And now all of a sudden, he has Stanionis who stepped up to the plate and want to take that fight. Why do you think they're doing this now? Stanionis allowing him to fight Boots.
You said why?
Yeah.
I mean, it's time. You can't keep going back and forth with the same old story, this guy ducking, that guy ducking.
The event is scheduled for Saturday, April 12th, 2025, with the main card beginning at 8 p.m. ET, as both fighters bring impressive skills and undefeated records to the ring. Ennis is renowned for his explosive power and dynamic offense, boasting 29 knockouts in his 33 professional fights. His ability to seamlessly switch stances and deliver punches from various angles makes him a formidable opponent. On the other hand, Stanionis is celebrated for his relentless pressure and durability. His tight defense and effective body attacks have been instrumental in his rise within the welterweight division. The clash of Ennis's agility and offensive versatility against Stanionis' resilience and pressure fighting style promises an electrifying contest. Fans are eager to witness how these contrasting approaches will play out in the ring, making this matchup a must-watch event in the boxing calendar.
Jaron "Boots" Ennis is going to be fighting Eimantas Stanionis, who holds the WBA title and who's undefeated with the record of 15 wins with 9 knockouts. Now, this fight doesn't seem to be an easy fight for Jaron Ennis, especially not after his defense looked a little sloppy in his fight against Karan, and also because Eimantas has a lot of power, and stylistically, he could give Jaron Ennis problems because he's very good when it comes to putting pressure as he picks his shots wisely. But I do believe that Jaron Ennis is the best in the division, so I see him outboxing and outperforming Eimantas and taking the win by decision.
Who do you believe has the edge? Ennis with his versatility and reach advantage, or Stanionis with his relentless pressure and inside fighting skills? Share your predictions and analysis in the comments below.